Hello and welcome to this pit stop for Bunny Kingdom, designed by Richard Garfield, published by Iello, for 2 to 4 players, taking around 45 minutes. In Bunny Kingdom, each player will run a rival group of bunnies, attempting to take control of areas on this board to create fiefs which have well-built cities in them and produce lots of goods to score lots of points over 4 rounds. The main mechanism is card drafting. You're going to take 10 or 12 cards depending upon player count. You're going to choose 2 of them, put them down in front of you. Once everyone's chosen their cards, they're going to resolve those 2 cards, be it now or possibly later, depending upon the type of card. Then you're going to get past hand 8 if you're playing with 10 cards, choose 2 more, and so on and so forth till each of the sets of cards has been used. We're going to do it over 4 rounds. We're going to score points each round, and the most points will win the game. Now, the types of cards you can get. There's a grid around here with letters and numbers, and lots of these cards correspond to certain squares within that grid, and when you play the card that corresponds to a square, you get to place one of your bunnies in there. And in doing so, you're going to attempt to join, well, more than one together for starters, and that's going to be the beginnings of your fief, although that by itself will not score you any points. What you're also going to look to do is build buildings within your fiefs. Now, this one corresponds to a city. There are 3 levels of city in the game. This one is a level 2, and I can play that onto anywhere, but I'm going to want to put it somewhere that I control, and that's going to help me in scoring when it comes to my fiefs. This is a camp, and you can claim empty squares with camps, although they're slightly at risk. But if I put that there, I've joined this up, that's become a bigger fief, and I'm going to start to score some points. There are different types of buildings, such as building farms to produce more resources, building a trading station to produce different types of resources. You can build sky towers, and they will link 2 fiefs that are geographically separate together for scoring points. And like I said, there are different sizes of buildings. The last type of card you can get when you draft, now, these all get built at the end of a drafting round. You activate these immediately, these get built at the end, but there are some game end scoring cards. These are scrolls, and they're going to score you for all sorts of things, like copying one of these parchments from the player on your left, or an opportunist will leap from second place by scoring 10 extra points. The little prince will score all of his fiefs apart from his best fief again. A royal carrot's just a treasure, and the carrot king will score lots of points if you produce at least 5 carrots, which is one of the basic resources in the game. In terms of scoring for each of the 4 rounds, you look at your fief, you count the number of towers in the cities present, and then you count the number of different resources you produce. There are only 3 base resources on the board, but there are types of buildings which will bring in luxury goods which have to be built on certain types of terrain, and they will add to your score and multiply upwards, and you'll be attempting to score the most points to win the game of Bunny Kingdom. This has been a Game Pit Pit Stop video. For more videos like this, check out the Game Pit on YouTube. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please find the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.